Good morning, Trump said bloodbath.
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 Trump said bloodbath. Trump said bloodbath.
Trump said bloodbath.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
What's up, guys? Boy, Benny. It's really feeling like 2016 all over again. You have Gamergate 2.0 happening right now. You have a deeply unlikable, very hateable Democrat running against Donald Trump. Donald Trump, of course, is going to piss off the collapsing media, and so they're going to have to make up hoaxes about him. And here we are. Time is a flat circle, baby. We are at the Bloodbath Hoax. And this is indeed a hoax. Now, if you were an NPC, if you were somebody who's been totally demoralized, and if you are somebody who doesn't have a functional frontal lobe, and you follow Joe Biden on social media, then you'd get a clip like this played for you of Donald Trump. Let's have a listen.
Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Donald Trump calling for a bloodbath? That sounds really bad. Goodness gracious. I'm sure there's no context to any of that. We certainly shouldn't, go listen to the full clip and understand what he's saying there, but since that clip was only 8 seconds, why don't we play this little thought game, shall we? Let's go listen to what Donald Trump was saying before that 8-second clip and after that 8-second clip and see if there's any context. Since, we all know how Donald Trump talks and he uses colorful and flowery language, they wouldn't be lying to you, would they?
Mexico has taken over a period of 30 years, 34% of the automobile manufacturing business in our country. Think of it, went to Mexico. China now is building a couple of massive plants where they're going to build the cars in Mexico and they think that they're going to sell those cars into the United States with no tax at the border. Let me tell you something to China. If you're listening, President Xi, and you and I are friends, but he understands the way I deal, those big monster car manufacturing plants that you're building in Mexico right now, and you think you're going to get that, you're going to not hire Americans, and you're going to sell the cars to us. Now, we're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line, and you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected, now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath for the whole... That's going to be the least of it. It's going to be a bloodbath for the country. That'll be the least of it. But they're not going to sell those cars. They're building massive factories. A friend of mine, all he does is build car manufacturing plants. He's the biggest in the world.
These bastards. They really do think, they really do get off on lying to you. That is what they do. It's psychosexual. They get off on lying to you. They're such liars. You want to know why the corporate press is in collapse? You want to know why every company, how many journalists have lost their jobs this year? How many companies have gone out of business? Deadspin just went out of business last week. Vice the week before. BuzzFeed's about to go out of business. How many of these companies, mass layoffs of CBS, NBC, ABC, have mass layoffs across the industry? Why? Because nobody trusts you. Because you're effing liars. You're a liar. Your job, as the First Amendment is written, fourth estate is what they call journalists, is to say the truth to us, to protect us from powerful people. To protect us from powerful people who wish to lie for power. That's called speaking truth to power. That's what a journalist is supposed to do. There are powerful people that want to lie to the population to maintain power. The journalist speaks the truth to them. What you're seeing here is the opposite. Speaking power to truth. The journalists have sided with Joe Biden and his lies. Taking Trump completely out of context, where Donald Trump was simply talking about the auto industry, about China. Look at this. They did the meme. It's going to be a bloodbath for the auto industry, the media. Bloodbath. And here they are. They're all focusing. There you go. You can zoom in on this one word. They're losing their damn mind. Everyone, literally everybody ran with this narrative. It's so utterly humiliating. And look at the tonality of these people. They know what they're doing. They know they're lying. We know they're lying. They know that we know they're lying. And yet they continue to lie. But ladies and gentlemen, you see, we have a secret weapon in this fight. First off, have a listen to how Democrats initially spun this, okay?
Even predicting a bloodbath. What does that mean? He's going to exact a bloodbath? There's something wrong here. How respectful I am of the American people and their goodness. But how much more do they have to see from him to understand that this isn't what our country is about? Praising Hitler, praising the Russians. Honestly, condemning our soldiers for losing or dying in war or being captured in war. It said, what's wrong with Russia? They defeated Hitler. What about the millions of Americans who risked or gave their lives? What about...
Unquestioningly, just repeating the hoax. This is what a media hoax looks like. Look at these headlines. Trump says there's going to be a bloodbath if he loses. There will be a bloodbath if he loses. Trump warns a bloodbath for the auto industry. Well, there you go. And country if he loses the election. Oh, okay. Absurd and violent. Trump claims bloodbath if he loses. There will be a bloodbath. Look at the way, there's this quote. I think it's Winston Churchill quote that says, a lie makes it halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to get its pants on. Trump warns U.S. voters bloodbath if he loses the election. Look at the effing hoaxes these people run. Predicts bloodbath. Reaction to Trump's speech. When is a bloodbath not a bloodbath? And of course, Joe Biden, being such a duplicitous and evil, immoral character, seized immediately on it to take Donald Trump out of context and to try and connote some type of new January 6th that Donald Trump is calling.
Campaign responding in a statement to Trump saying this is who Donald Trump is, a loser who gets beat by over 7 million votes and then instead of appealing to a wider mainstream audience, doubles down on his threats of political violence. He wants another January 6th.
So here's my take on all this. It shows the desperation. It actually shows the horror that Democrats feel their prospects are in 2024. This is actually a good thing because Democrats are their pants over their chances in 2021. So they're having to now, this is like end stage stuff. You don't do this kind of stuff when you're powerful. You do this kind of stuff when you know you're going to lose and you're desperate to do or throw anything at the wall. Okay, first off, everybody uses the term bloodbath. Bloodbath. Here's Politico saying Democrats got pummeled last week at the ballot box. Next up, their bloodbath in the Capitol. Oh, interesting. They're from Politico in 2014. Should Politico be shut down for saying something like that? Look at this. Breaking. Joe Biden threatened Bernie Sanders with a bloodbath in the 2020 primary. This is disqualifying and terrifying. Biden warns against bloodbath. Bloodbath. A major economic disaster. Literally Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden is getting completely and totally destroyed by this. They are getting ratioed into the sun. Here's executive producer ALX ratioing the Biden-Harris headquarters account that somehow is too poor to pay for verification on X. But it's not the only people who've been ratioed. NBC, here we go, Defiant L's. Democrats on every level across the country are capitalizing on a potentially seismic shift in the political landscape that could upend what could be a bloodbath of a midterm election. Oh, interesting. Former President Donald Trump vowed rally that would be a bloodbath if he's not reelected. It's like, they just think you're dumb. And you know what? What's amazing? And Elon Musk has been so good on this. Elon Musk has been hopping in and like actually really being such a driver of truth in this. Fake news is the enemy of the people. Bloodbath, they all say in electronic voice. Trying to use bloodbath in a casual sentence with friends. I dare you. Think it's normal? I'm hearing a lot of excuses. Same guy. Yeah, it's called a political bloodbath, COVIDiot. We could do this all day. No, respectfully, I'm not lying. The definition of the word bloodbath. Extremely violent event with a large number of people are killed. Joe Walsh. Republicans know with Trump at the top of the ticket, it'll be a bloodbath for Republicans. These people, they're so cretinous. Actually, Morning Joe was trolled into deleting his post. Isn't that amazing? Elon Musk has been so good on this. Donald Trump's America, and he's proud of it. Promised another bloodbath if he loses again, says Joe Scarborough. Post was deleted by author because Elon Musk trolled him into deleting it. January 6th was not a bloodbath by any definition, and Trump was referring to job losses in the auto industry. Your post is extremely misleading. People are now getting massive community notes on X for this. Here's what crypto bloodbath means in the stock market. Even darker, Trump warns of bloodbath. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it amazing how performative these people are? We ratioed the bloodbath cult into hell and back in the last few days. Yeah, it really is. And if it's amazing how quickly information can actually catch up with lies now. Now there's sort of an infrastructure that has been built in order to call these lies out and these hoaxes out because we know what these people are capable of.
Politico.com reports tonight on the, quote, bloodbath at the RNC.
Headlines calling it a, quote, bloodbath.
Be a bloodbath. Not only is it going to be a bloodbath, but after they leave New Hampshire, it's a bloodbath on her home turf. That's really tough. Trump has left a lot of corpses in his wake. I mean, we can count the bodies.
As part of the, quote, MAGA drive to take over Maricopa County. And the headline refers to it as an impending bloodbath.
Columnist Charles Blow has a new piece for the New York Times entitled A Biden Bloodbath.
2018 midterms, you can bet that they 100% are fearing a slaughter. In fact, the word bloodbath and massacre come up frequently.
The Republican Party will be destroyed. It's going to be a bloodbath.
There's going to be a bloodbath one way or the other.
Bloodbath for Bernie Sanders.
It's been a bloodbath there, shaping up to be a bloodbath.
Head off a bloodbath in next year's crucial midterm.
Off-year elections are often a bloodbath.
This week's bloodbath for Democrats.
A bloodbath at the ballot box.
There could be a Republican bloodbath.
They'll talk about a bloodbath.
It's a bloodbath. I have to talk about you. And
it's going to...
No, Whoopi, no! Even like Trump haters, like people like Mike Pence, are straight up on TV being like, you guys are just pushing a hoax here.
This morning, seeing online all the discussion about bloodbath, and as you've just reflected, the president was clearly talking about the impact of imports devastating the American automotive industry.
Okay, so also Howie Kurtz, who doesn't like Trump over on Fox News.
Huge headlines about Trump saying at an Ohio rally last night that if he loses, there will be a bloodbath. But if you watch it, as I just did, he's talking about Chinese car sales hurting American jobs right before and right after. Much of the media is just wrenching this out of context.
Wrenching out of context. 75% of Democrats still trust the media's coverage of Trump's bloodbath comments. Doesn't matter how many times you explain. Yuri Brezmenov explained this. A fully subverted person will reject true information even when you show them the gulags. Yep. Tim Pool. Holy S, it's Monday and the press is still going ham on bloodbath even after getting mocked mercilessly over the weekend. Here's what you do. You show your friends and family the full video in context, and afterwards you show them the news headlines. Yes, a major economic disaster. The true disaster here, ladies and gentlemen, is our press. Listen to them like getting called out on ABC News this week. Like the hoaxers, these people are like truly, utterly unhinged and totally disreputable and completely broken. And listen to this lady, like, I don't even know who this lady is, but listen to her like so viciously cling to her lies.
Have to cover it when the former president, who's already incited violence among his followers, says that there's going to be a bloodbath after the election if he does not win. He is telling us what he is going to do.
Let me just disagree a little because I'm having super 2016 deja vu over the bloodbath news cycle. This is what Donald Trump does. We're sitting here talking about a word that he used that 4 days ago we were all using to talk about what happened at the RNC. That's in headlines about the markets on Wall Street. And now we're not talking about his 100% tariff policy, which is bonkers. We're talking about whether he used the word bloodbath to mean this or that, whether he means violence. We all know
what do you do, ignore it? Oh, no, I think very much not. And look, I think the idea that one comment is going to change the minds of Trump voters, I think we've seen that before, to Sarah's point. We've long passed that news cycle. But the policies need to be focused on as well. And that's what the campaign is going to be and continues to be about.
I'm sorry, I just have to say something. Like, Donald Trump is attacking in a broad brush sense, the basic pillars of American democracy. Period. Full stop. If that's not news to you, it's not about tariffs. That's not the reason why millions of Americans are supporting Donald Trump. Let's be
Yeah, millions of Americans are supporting Donald Trump because of you. Because we're sick of you. You've lost the plot. And now you, lady, and your political ideology of lies and hoaxes is going to go down in flames. People are sick of it. They're sick of being lied to. We have reached the inception point. Donald Trump saying on Truth Social, fake news media and their Democrat partners in the destruction of our nation pretend to be shocked at my use of the word bloodbath, even though they fully understand that I was simply referring to imports allowed by criminal Joe Biden, who are killing the automotive industry, the United Auto Workers, not their leadership, fully understand what I mean. With the electric car mandate being pushed by Biden, there soon won't be any cars made in the USA unless I'm elected president, in which case auto manufacturing will thrive like never before. People are sick. People are sick and tired of this. It's not working. We've actually won. People have learned that there is an alternative media, and that's us. And we're able to actually break narratives. We are able to tell truth as fast as they can lie. And then, in the face of their lies, those who are rational, I'm not talking about hard blue, double masked, blue and on voters, but those people who are rational, who still have operational frontal cortexes, those people say, wow, I've been lied to. And bit by bit, we destroy their audience, we destroy their credibility, and we destroy them with truth. The truth shall set you free. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Ben. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.